buzima bwo mu gitebo kwicara kugira gute byose bimaze n'igihe kingana gute, imyaka ingana gute?
Ni imyaka banza ari nka 40.
40 yose. Niho yicara, niho ajya gute?
Niho aryama.
No
kumugaburira ntabasha no kubifata kuko intoki zaracagaguritse, ahubwo agira ngo bifate bikagwa hasi. Ni ugutereka ngaho gutya imbere y'urugo.
Sometimes things aren't clear right away. There is where you need to be patient and see where things lead. Patience is not just the ability to wait, but the attitude you keep while waiting is what matters. He is called Leonidas, a 90-year-old man that is taking care of his 60-year-old son after he got infected with a disease that they couldn't tell what it was. All they know is that it makes his son's body parts fall off one after another while they are watching.
Biriya byamufashe bikaza noneho bigafasha ngo urutoke akagera gutya agafata akajugunya rukavamo. Noneho hari umujyi.
Imyaka 80.
Hanyuma ubuzima mubayemo bumeze gute n'umuhungu
wanyu? Nta buzima, tumeze nabi.
This is his mother and she is 81 years old. Both of them expected their son to turn into a man and take care of them when they get old. Instead, they are the ones that are taking care of their son. She says that his fingers kept on falling off and his leg too got worse until it was removed. They could not afford a wheelchair for him. They decided to put him in a huge basket because he couldn't walk since one of his legs was removed and another was full of wounds. They are living in confusion now and they fail to know what is happening to their son. One of his eyes also got spoiled and it's now blind. They still cannot tell what happened to it, but at the same time, they are scared that the second eye may also lose sight, and since they are too old, they do not know how the three of them are going to be able to survive. Today, we traveled through roads that were not all that comfortable so that we could meet this family, tell their story to the world, and hope that this family will be able to save their son's life before it's too late. He is called Domenico and he is 60 years old today. Domenico was born as a normal child and he was totally fine. None of his parents ever expected anything like this to happen to him at any one time. The young boy went to school normally and always played with other children in the society, and they were proud as parents. And since they were poor, they decided to have one child because they knew that they couldn't manage to take care of more. When he was about 20 years old, he got a job and he started working. He was helping his parents with some financial bills, and this was something that they were so happy about, not knowing what was coming his way. A few months after he started working, he fell sick, but it was not that serious. All they remember is that he was complaining about having pain in his fingers. None of them gave it much attention on point, but it later got serious. He mysteriously started developing wounds on his fingers. According to what his father says, they seemed like they had been burnt, but Domenico always said that it was not fire at all and the wounds just showed up by themselves. The wounds kept on getting worse and his fingers started falling off one after another. They rushed him to the nearby village hospital for treatment, but this did not help at all. The doctors tried to check the kind of disease that was affecting him, but they failed. They could see what was happening to him, but they couldn't tell why it was happening. So they immediately transferred them to a much better hospital in the city, but these two couldn't afford to take Domenico to the hospital that he was transferred to, so they just brought him back home. As they were taking care of him at home, the situation got worse. Later, his leg also got a lot of these wounds and it started rotting. They again rushed him to the hospital for more treatment, but all they could do for him was to cut it off before the wound spread to other body parts. They carried out the surgery and it was successful.
ukuguru kwari twenganyutse ari igisebe kinini cyane ari umunuko. Aho twari turi bagombaga kuzana imiti yo guteramo kwanga umunuko kwa muganga.
They couldn't manage to buy a wheelchair for their son, so his mother weaved a very big basket that they used to put him in just in case he wants to get outside, because from the time that he lost his leg, he couldn't walk anymore. They are old, but they are the ones that still have to carry the basket from and into the house. It always takes a lot of energy, but they have no other option or any other person to help, and they have to do everything on their own. A few years later, his eye also got sick. They failed to take him to the hospital because they couldn't carry the basket miles and miles to where the hospital was. So they just let it go, and the eye kept on getting worse, and since it was not treated, it later got blind. Both of them were obviously not happy about this, but they had nothing to do about it. They had no idea who to talk to for help, and since then, they did not have a mobile phone, and up to today, they still don't. It has been 40 years now since Domenico has been living in this basket. This is where he sleeps and stays each and every day, one after another, for the 40 years that he has been sick. This was the only solution that his parents could ever come up with. Since his fingers fell off, it is his parents that have to feed him because he cannot hold anything at all. They do not know for how long they are going to keep doing this, since they are very old now and they are not getting any younger. The only way that they ever manage to get food is when this old man goes to the garden to dig for it. This is how they have been surviving for a very long time now, but since he is getting weaker every day, he is not sure that he will keep doing this for long. Till now, they really have no idea about what their son is suffering from. They hope that they could just know what it is and know why they had to suffer for all this long, and this is simply what they are asking for today. Both of them now wish that they had a second child because the only child that they have does not have hope of life anymore, and without treatment, they do not think that it is going to last for so long. They are now asking for help so that they can take their son to the hospital for advanced treatment, because this is what they have been wishing for from the very first day 40 years ago that their son got sick. The funds that will be used to help this family will be donated via Giving Life, a link that is in the description of this video and pinned in the topmost comment by Afrimax English. Always remember that tough times do not last, but tough people do. Thank you for watching. My name is Prince. This is Afrimax English. Do not forget to subscribe.